welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther and you're welcome to Queen Esther's Diaries. Yay! So guys, welcome to my channel. I'd love to see you again. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. And if you're a new subscriber or if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Like, I already called you a new subscriber, so just click it. Just click it. You cannot be begging you for everything in this life. Just click it. What is it? Just don't do it. Oh, you're already click it. Okay, let me go back to my posh self. Okay, so back to being posh. Hi guys, so like you know about me already, I live in Germany and I live in the state of Baden-Württemberg. Oh no, Baden-Württemberg. Yes, I live in the state of Baden-Württemberg in the city of Heidelberg. So guys, a lot of you have asked me questions about my German school and about where I did my German and how all of that went. So on this video, I'll be giving you like a very detailed information about my German school. So guys, grab your pen and your paper because you will have to note things down if you really want to, if you would love to take my route, which is actually good. So I'm going to be kind of saying everything on this video. Let's go. So guys, on this video I would have loved to give a German word, which is actually Sprachkurs or the Sprachschule. So the word Sprach is a prefix used to mean language, even though the word language actually is die Sprache. Okay, but when you now say Sprachkurs, it's like a suffix to talk about what a course is about. So say Sprachkurs for language course, and Sprachschule for language school. You get it? So it kind of makes it easier. I'm sure it's going to help us a lot in this conversation. Another word you'll be coming across is Sprachzeugnis. Sprachzeugnis, which is language certificate. Very easy. Zeugnis, certificate, Sprach. Anyway, let's go into the video. So guys, recently I got to look back at my German results and I was like, this girl is good. Like, she's good. Like, why is the whole world okay, let me be serious. But I looked at my result recently and I was surprised like how much grades I made. Like, what? So guys, let me just give you a little bit of a background. I moved into Germany on January, started my language course in February, finished it in September, and wrote my final exam in April of the next year. Okay, I will explain why all of that is necessary and why it's actually a good idea. So guys, and after that means that I wrote my exam about 1 year after I had moved into Germany, and I got 80%. When I mean 80%, I mean both in written and spoken German. Surely I scored better in spoken German. I don't even know how, but I scored better in spoken German than in written German. Yeah, in written German because of the grammatic. Yeah, grammar. German grammar is a bit complicated, trust me. It's a bit complicated. So yeah, that's the reason why I scored better in spoken German, right? About how I got those scores, I'm not going to be speaking about how I learned German fast on this video because I have tons of video about learning German and tips you need to know. So I'm going to be linking them up here for you to learn it. I have a whole playlist called Learn German with Esther. Check it out there. That in those videos I outlined what my mistakes were, what the things I did right, the things that I believe you should do, things you should put in consideration, just general things you could do in your everyday that could help you learn German better. Okay, so I outlined every one of those tips there on that video, so on that playlist, so check it out. Right, moving on to this video. So on this video I'll be explaining to you about my German, the German school I chose to go through. So the name of the school is actually called Alpha Active Privatbildungsinstitut. Let me go over it again. Alpha Active Privatbildungsinstitut. So it's a private language school located in Germany, in Heidelberg in Germany, and they do a lot of intensive course and they are really great at what they do, I must say. But I'll just go straight ahead to explain this bit by bit. So first of all, about my own route. Okay, so I did the intensive course. And intensive course for me was intensive course to B2 because I needed just the B2 to be able to work in the health sector. Okay, so I did still the B2 class, and that was that lasted 33 weeks. 33 weeks of learning and of writing exams after every level. 33 weeks equals to somewhere about 8 months. And during this time, I was expected to be in class 5 days a week, 3 hours every day of those days. You get it? 5 days a week, 3 hours every day of those days. Makes sense, right? And after which you're actually allowed to stay back and study if you want, but it is really intensive. So you're going to be learning, going from book to book to book to book. It's really what I call it's really mind intensive. That's the reason why I actually recommend that after classes it will pay you if you stayed back to study, to go through what you learned, because the next day you are probably not going through it again. You're going to the next one. This school has proven very useful for immigrants in Germany who intend to study, because to study they have to get up to the C1, C2 level, and that level it takes longer to achieve it. But schools like this, private schools like this, kind of find a way to jumble it up, make it really learning intensive, in order to keep you in order to make you finish up quicker, and you're able to start school in a much earlier time, compared to the Volkshochschule, which is like a training school that the government makes available for immigrants. That one is actually free. In comparison to that one, this private school is actually much faster and much I actually prefer it to that one. But anyway, I'll go into those specs and on the reasons why this is better in this video. I went to the private school, and something you should note is if you are in a situation where you have to choose between going to a private German school and going to the public one, which is the VHS or the VHS, I think all you need to put in consideration is the time available to you. Like I said, the private school makes things really work faster, but one thing that they do is it is faster but a bit narrower. That means there's not a lot of communication going on in classrooms, even though there is communication going on in classrooms, but it takes you to be a fast learner for you to be able to make use of that communication. In the private schools, you're going to meet a lot of young people. When I mean young, I mean like teenagers and people in their early 20s, because this is the age demographic of people who are seeking admission and seeking admission to study in the university. And these are the people who are also required to get up to the C2 level in German. Okay, good. Compared with the VHS, like I said, the Volkshochschule, these schools are kind of wider. They go like they try to study wider. They try to do a lot more communication. It's kind of I don't want to use the word easier, because easier is not really the word, because it's still German you're learning, but they kind of make it more open. They kind of create a very open learning space and make it more natural and take their time. So a level that you achieve in a private school in 1 month or 4 weeks, actually 4 weeks, you would achieve it there in the VHS in 2 months, or I hope not more, but somewhere around 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, so because of that, these are things you actually just consider if you're choosing between the VHS and the private school. I went to private school because I didn't have so much time. I needed to finish my German course and immediately get a job placement in order to be able to keep myself alive in this country. So guys, I was recently in a school and I got the price listing. I will see if I could scan this and post it in this video. If you're watching it at this moment, just screenshot what you're watching right now. Screenshot it if it's important to you. I'm just going to put the front and the back page. Okay guys, so but just a quick rundown of what is on the price list if you're not interested in going through everything. So when you're applying for the school, you're actually charged per week. Okay, so if you are applying and you're applying to be there for about 8 weeks or anything less than, or not, let's say 8 weeks, anything less than 4 weeks, you're going to be charged 150 euros per week. But if you choose to go the long haul, which I did, which I applied for 33 weeks, you'll be charged 110 euros per week. Guys, this is very recent, so trust me, this pricing does not include your textbooks, and it does not include your accommodation. So if you need an accommodation, you should call the school and inform them so that they can get something prepared for you. They did the same for me, so they could do it for you too, trust me. Something you should know about learning German is that this learning process is actually grouped into 3 groups, the A, B, and C. And each of these groups, for instance, the group A is also split into 2, so you have the A1 and the A2. Now, in this German school, we did try to group it, to group each level into 4 weeks. So in the group A1, you do A11 and A12. You get, and the group, and when you get to A2, you do A21 and A22. You get to the B1, you do B11 and B22, and in the last one, which is the 4th one, you do the B21 and B22. And each of these levels, like I've mentioned right now, these are like 8 levels, and each of these levels take 4 weeks to complete. So if you're trying to make a decision, please put all of this time into consideration. Like I said, in my own case, it took me 8 months to finish, which was because I started from the A11 to B22. Which is 8 levels in 8 weeks. All right, great. Just so that you know, this school also offers opportunities for those who want to study. That means you can finish to your C1 and your C2 in the same school, and it also gives you the opportunity to write your professional, well, I say professional, or to write the German exam under them. So there are different kinds of exams you can write under them. You can write the TOEFL, because there's a TOEFL German. You can write the TESDAF, or you can write the TSH exam, okay? Or you can write the one under the Goethe Institute. I wrote the one according to the Goethe Institute because that was all my job needed. I didn't need to get any special German skill. I didn't need any special German certificate to be able to work as a nurse. Okay, 2 tips I would like to give you if you're planning to apply for a school and learn German in Germany is, number 1, choose to work in the same city where you learn your German, because German has a lot of dialects, and moving from city to city to learn and to work will really destroy your German learning, because you will learn something in this city and in the next city is a different thing that they do. So you need to be able to learn and work in the same place until you're strong in that language or strong in that dialect before you can move to a different side or a different part of the country. Like I said in the beginning, I started learning German in February and I wrote my exam in April the next year, even though it took me only 8 months to finish the exam. So why did I take that extra time? This is it. When you learn German, your brain actually needs time to assimilate all that you've learned, and that assimilation is not going to happen in 1 month. It's not going to happen in 2 months. You will need time. And because of the nature of my job, I do a lot of communication with patients, communication with my colleagues, and because of this, I realized that if I took extra time to wait after studying, to wait and communicate in this language, I'll be better off in the next 6 months. So I took an extra time, not writing any exams, stayed and just worked until I was sure that I was ready and I was able to speak. That was then when I chose to write the exam. Like I said, even my speaking score was much higher than my writing score because I had practiced speaking a whole lot more. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you loved it. I hope it helped you. I hope you are well informed about this school, at least in particular. This is the one I know. I'm going to still leave their contact information down below in the description section, the description box, so that you can check them out, or write your emails and find out if it's something you want to do. Personally, I think that they were very helpful to my growth in my German learning, and also because they were able to work with the time I had. Okay, so guys, I hope you loved it. See you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Okay, I'm too playful. But like, subscribe, and share, and check out my other videos here and here, like bouncing. Bye bye.